Hi everybody, I'm excited today because it's a special day for me since I'm with a special person, India's #1 passionpreneur and highly energetic and motivated person who has been motivating and inspiring people. He is the author of the best-selling book 80% Mindset, 20% Skills, and he is a Josh and a TED Talk speaker. Please join me to welcome Dev Gadhvi, India's #1 passionpreneur.
Thank you.
Dave, welcome to Bangalore.
Thank you so much, Fatha. I really appreciate the lovely introduction.
Thanks, Dave. So, Dave, when I go to Facebook, when I go to YouTube, when I go to LinkedIn, everywhere I'm seeing Dev Gadhvi, India's #1 passionpreneur.
Yeah.
So, what is passionpreneur, Dave?
Oh, that's a good question. I get this question a lot. A lot of people don't know about this term. Somebody who's found the passion and learned how to build a business around it. That is a passionpreneur. And when I was in a job, I did not know what my passion was. I was just a 9-to-5 goer. But ever since I found the passion and built a business around it, I coined the term passionpreneur. And now hundreds of people have joined this race.
Wow, I love this term, passionpreneur. And who is Dev Gadhvi? Because I've been seeing Dev Gadhvi. So who is Dev Gadhvi? People want to know.
Well, Dev Gadhvi as an individual, he is somebody who has found his purpose, found his passion, and he's on the journey of impacting billions of lives. I was the guy, I was born in a humble family. My dad was a truck driver, and only thing I knew was work hard, get a good job, and settle in life.
Okay.
That was me back, I think, 3 years ago when I did not know what to do. So I went from making 3,500 rupees a month to making 3.5 lakh per month.
Wow.
That was the journey. It took me about 13 to 14 years to reach to that journey. But in the last 2 to 3 years, who I am today, I was not the same person who I was before. And I reached a point where I was making 3.5 lakh, but there was no fulfillment. There was no joy of doing. And I remember, getting on calls of client calls, and they're like frustrated, why, your product sucks and this and that. I was like, man, there has to be a better way of living. Right. Why am I trying to sell some product which people don't like and not adding value to it? And I also realized what I was really, really passionate about, which was helping people. Wow. So through some groundbreaking ideas, some good books, I followed some great mentors, I found the secrets of how you can actually follow your passion and also make a business out of it. And ever since I did that, today I am somebody who is really excited to do what I love doing, which is helping people. I've written books and I help people to go from their 9-to-5 to living a 6 Sundays a week life.
That's amazing, Dave. Yeah. And I think this was the first book which I could finish in 3 days.
Oh, wow.
80% mindset, 20% skills. And I would strongly recommend everybody because it has transformed my life, Dave. After I finished reading your book, I was able to see a different person in me. Mm-hmm. Right? And I have seen this. Successful people, all the successful people have this one habit of reading books. Yes. Right? Even if you talk about Warren Buffett, yeah. he has a habit of reading books. Yeah. Like, I know you read a lot of books. Do you mind me asking, who is your favorite author?
Oh, wow. So, well, my favorite author changes from time to time. Okay. When I was starting, my favorite author was Grant Cardone.
Wow.
He was the one. I read the book, The 10X Rule. It made me realize that I was putting so less effort and I was underutilizing my own potential. And I think people who are listening to this, Fatha, and I can guarantee, I can challenge you that all of you are not even using 5% of your true potential. Ever since I realized that, I was like, you know what? This is amazing. I just started taking massive action and big goals. So the 10X Rule is one of my favorite books, which got me on this journey. Then there are different authors like FU Money from Dan Lok. I love my second mentor, Dan Lok, as well. And then there are other books like The Millionaire Fast Lane. So if your audience, let's say if they're in school or college right now, reading these books right now can guaranteed save you 10 or 20 years of your life.
Wow.
Mediocrity. So guys, if you're watching this, if you're looking to save 10 to 20 years, that's what these books are meant to do. It'll save you 10 to 20 years of mediocrity. And the Millionaire Fast Lane by MJ DeMarco is one of the amazing books that I've read. And then there are several others, but these are some of the great books that I've read, and it has really changed my life.
Wow, I'm going to change my life by reading a lot of books, Dave. Thank you. And Dave, I know you have made 1 crore in just about 20 months.
Yeah.
I know it's very difficult because people are not even able to make 10 lakhs, right?
Yes.
If somebody who is in job, maybe like having a 30 lakhs package, still tax and everything goes, right?
Yes.
And you got into a business, you call it as passionpreneur, and then you made 1 crore in just 20 months. I know it would be a very difficult process and it's lengthy right now to explain it to the audience here, but we definitely want to know, like, what was the motivation behind this, Dave?
That's a very, very interesting question, because a lot of people I've seen is they get into business seeing the shiny objects. They see that other people are making money, they're having success, and they're getting money, travel and everything. Like, I can also do this, and then they hit the roadblock and they fail.
Right.
So if you're getting into business, understanding why you want to get into business is one of the most important thing. If you're entering only for money, you will not have more. All right. So I think the reason how I got started is I first understood my why.
Okay.
I was the guy who was born in a family where we had a tough time in terms of finances. Otherwise, I was a great upbringing. My father was amazing. My mom was amazing. But we had limitation of money. So I understood the importance of hard work. But after 13, 14 years, I realized that hard work will not get me where I want to go. I have to combine the hard work with smart work as well. When I say smart work is, first you need to understand who you truly are.
Right.
What is your mission? What is your purpose? What is your passion? What are the gifts that God has given us? Right? Everybody's got some gifts.
Right.
Somebody's good in calculation. Somebody's good in art. Somebody's good in teaching. Somebody's good in cooking. So these are the gifts that we've got, but we ignored those gifts for so many years by doing what we are doing, which is purely for survival. Right. So I did that for 13, 14 years. It did not really help me. So I first found what I'm really passionate about, number one. Number two is impacting other people positively.
Wow.
I understood the formula is, if you want to make 1 crore, there's only 2 ways of doing it. Either you help 1 crore people, right, by solving 1 crore problems,
right,
or solve 1 problem which is 1 crore, worth 1 crore.
Wow. Solve 1 problem worth 1 crore. And I know the key takeaway from here is, I keep talking to students, I keep telling them, ask your why, like what is your purpose, and don't run behind money. As Dave said, money will definitely come when you put that hard work plus smart work.
Yeah.
And Dave, I have been interacting with a lot of students. I try to help students in terms of understanding their passion, their interest level.
Sure.
I guide students on their careers, right?
Sure.
So I see a lot of students are confused, Dave, between passion and hobby. Some people think if dancing is their hobby, they think that's their passion, and they say me that, Fatha, can I quit my studies and get into dancing to make money? Right? That's the kind of confusion people have on passion and hobby.
Right.
Can you just give one important tip to students on how do they identify their passion and how they can work to succeed in life?
Wonderful, wonderful. That's a brilliant question. So, hobby is something that you do when you have nothing else to do.
Okay.
Hobby is something which will not pay you or impact people. In short, hobby is for self-love and self-happiness.
Okay.
And passion is something that you cannot even think of your life. If you don't follow it, your life has no meaning. And passion is something which is beyond yourself as well, which is adding value to people. So if the passion which is adding value to people, that is the only thing which can convert into a business. Hobby is more like a self-indulgence. So my hobby is, let's say, playing cricket, but I may not look at cricket as my professional, career choice, or I'm not looking at it as a passion. It's just something which I do on a part-time basis. So that is the main difference between a hobby is optional. Passion is a mandate for you that if you don't follow this, there's no meaning of your life. I think this is one of the biggest difference.
Wow. Students, I think you now understand the difference between hobby and passion. You can have n number of hobbies, but passion is something that will not let you sleep, right? Yes. So Dave, thanks a lot. I know you are too busy, but then you are so kind to give me some time so that students who are following me and people who are following me get inspired, like I am inspired by you, and I try to follow you. And I've been seeing that change in me, right? I want to see that change with my friends and all those people who are following me. Thanks a lot, Dave.
I really appreciate this opportunity, and I have seen your journey in the last month or so. I've seen your work. What you're doing is amazing, and especially for people who are just starting their life and starting their career. They are in the right hands. So I wish you guys good luck, and only one advice which I'll leave you with is start reading right now and start understanding who you truly are, because that will save you many years, because we're conditioned by the society is to just follow the herd and follow what everybody else is doing. And guess what? If everybody's doing what they're doing, majority of them, they're in the place where they're not getting so many results. They're just living the mediocre life. So try and do something different with your life by understanding who you truly are. So thank you for having me here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
Thank you.